Hello everyone, this will be the review of a game Hold the Fort, and the key was provided by developer. This is tower defense game that runs very badly. It has pretty good content, but because it's just completely unoptimized, it's a horrible experience to play it. I'm gonna show you one level and what's in it, and you will probably notice that it runs badly. Here in the menu, it's very laggy, very extremely laggy, even the mouse is laggy. Uh, I will show you settings maybe. So this is the sound settings, kinda works. Then we have video, low resolution. We went for low settings and everything. Didn't help much. I even went for 30 FPS. I'm not sure if it's gonna be better. It's probably gonna be the same. So this is how it runs. Just really badly. Let's check the game options. Damage indicators. Yes, let's leave it. Enemies tutorial, no. Okay, should be okay. So let's leave it like this. Let's check the languages maybe. Is the Russian? No. Japanese? Okay. Now it's not working. Yes, there is Japanese. Alright. So lots of Asian languages for some reason. Usually those games work really fine. They work on a toaster, but in this case it's not the case. Right, so let's play it. So we have 20 levels, which is I think that's okay. 7, 12, yeah, 20 levels. We can pick the difficulty, so that's total 4 difficulties times 20 levels. That will be like 80 levels if you want to play on every difficulty and replay the game more than once. I would say this is enough because those fights are quite long. Of course, I've seen better tower defense games with more levels, but because the maps are quite long, that would be, I think, enough, and because of the replayability. We also have level. We have our level, and it goes from game to game, so we can boost our skills. So that's a nice addition. There's also a bestiary that is quite big. I'm gonna play on easy. Right, 10 lives. Okay, I'm not sure what those do actually. Those achievements. I'm just gonna ignore them. And now I think it's not gonna start before you press enter, so I can show you. There is 20 HP. If 20 guys get in, that we lose. 12 waves. That's a lot for third level. Some money, and we can build towers where you can see those squares. It's very slow, generally speaking. It's very slow even now. It's better than many, but it's still extremely slow for a tower defense game. So I'm just gonna set some traps, maybe, well, turrets, and maybe one more here. And I'm gonna show you what's here. So those are the buttons that allow you to use superpowers. Very often they don't work. For instance, now I'm pressing 1, nothing happens. So the shortcuts are broken. You have to do it like this. You have to actually click something and move a guy, right? By the way, I wonder if I could just not start the game and produce tons of those. I'm not sure if they have a timer. Yes, they have a timer. They have lifespan of 30, so it wouldn't work. Alright, so I could have 2 or 3. Let's check this. Yes, that's the bestiary. It tells you about the enemies. I'm not sure why there is stars. What the stars do. Do you get something after reaching more stars? This guy has 2 stars. Maybe it's difficulty. Maybe it's the difficulty. It's possible. Maybe those guys are easier and those guys are harder. I thought it's gonna be something that you can unlock by killing a lot of them, but probably it's not. So yes, we have bestiary with quite a lot of enemies. There's 30 enemies in the game. Then we have slow time, fast time, so speed up and slow mode. Then we have talent menu. So we have those talents. I have some of them. It's quite nice actually because you get levels. You have all those powers that give you more efficiency, more towers to build, more powers to use. This is very nicely done for a tower defense game actually. All that stuff is helpful, so this is definitely a plus. Content wise, it's not bad. 20 levels could be more, but they are long. We have the tower, we have the well, towers. Yes, we have a couple of towers, but we also have talent tree, a couple of types of towers, right? There is how many? eight types of towers plus upgrades. At some point there are upgrades. I didn't unlock them, but you have upgrades. I'm not sure they're the same for everything. Let's compare those two. I think they're the same. So, well, they have upgrades, you can repair them as well. So talent, there's quite a lot of them actually. I think there's always one. But that would be 8, 11, 12, 15, 18, 20. Oh, 27, probably around the same here. So around 50 talents. 30 enemies, 20 levels. That's not bad. 8 turrets. That's not bad. It's just the problem is that it barely works. This should be definitely fixed. You know, I'm pressing 1. I should be having this highlighted, not just with a mouse. I think it worked once, but now it doesn't work ever. And many is what? Many is nothing. Okay, so I'm just gonna play it for a while on fast. Right? Maybe I will switch to slow after the first wave. We'll see. Right. So we should have enemies coming. It's barely working, you know, it's very slow. Looks bad, of course, because it's lowest settings. And we're gonna, of course, lose. Maybe not completely. We are going to lose. I could use slow motion, of course. Maybe I will apply, you know what, I can apply slow motion now. It's gonna have a loud noise. Let's add some more turrets. And by the way, this one is more expensive. It was 70, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe. Okay, so let's go with fast time, and when I see enemies, let's go slow. So this is the slow one. You can play like this. You can apply all those effects. I'm not sure if you can have a button for it. I think there should be a button for it. Maybe there is a button, but I don't know the button, so I guess you have to click with a mouse to either speed it up or to slow it down. It looks kind of bad, but I know it's lowest setting. Still, it's very graphically, the colors are wrong, right? It's the same color. Everything is like gray, and it's hard to tell what's what. I don't know. It's just should be more contrasting and better graphics overall. Especially if it runs this bad, it should have amazing graphics like this. Like everything is kind of blending together, kind of gray. But whatever, it's not that you really care for graphics in those games. It's usually about optimizing your strategy and not letting anybody pass. I'm just gonna speed it up. I should probably repair something. Yes, I can do it. So generally speaking, you go through a game and you grind your level. Maybe we'll get a level eventually. By the way, there is no indication of HP, not HP, experience. So you don't know how far you are with levels. That's weird. Usually there's a bar for that. Yeah, you just got a level. So I'm going to upgrade. I think it pauses itself. Does it? Yes, it pauses. I wanted some more knights, but they will allow. I will need 50 levels, right, for that. So let's just get anything. Could be Rain of Fire. Why not? Not sure what it does, but you can use it. Let's wait. There's tons of mana, by the way, for some reason. Generally speaking, I have lots of mana. With those delays on spells, you can pretty much cast them all the time. It's quite weird. Not that I mind it. Sound is also wrong because I was putting everything on very silent, and some sounds are much louder. So even that is broken. Okay, let's get more of those. Oh, by the way, I should be clicking this one. I should be seeing it from top perspective, not with this slightly tilted, because then I click the wrong tower. It should be completely from the top perspective. I don't think you can change it. No, I don't think you can freely move. It seems to be stuck how it is. Yes, I can block those guys. Maybe make some turrets. Yes, of course, that's all too late. And we're already progressing because we got the level, right? So we got the level to our account, we could say. Not that I really care, but yeah, it's gonna be easier every time because we have all the upgrades eventually. Have to grind the invisible experience bar. Okay. Kinda going through, but whatever. It's not. I can't do anything. I can't do much. I could use the spell eventually at best. Probably nothing more. All those turrets don't even kill 4 guys, but whatever. Yeah, we killed some of them. Of course, some stuff is destroyed. I have to click properly. I would have to, I would have to go with slow time and repair everything. There should be like button for repair all as well, because it's very frantic for no real reason. I mean, you can slow down time anyway, so what's the point? And they're taking damage. This one is dead somehow. Not sure what's yeah. That's. I think some of them are destroying towers. They have like bowmen and they destroy towers. Sometimes they don't use them. They just go through. Then you don't take damage to towers. Sometimes you do. Okay, slowly going further. I can spend some guys. Normally I would use a button for it, at least the one button to have the buffer of soldiers, but it doesn't work. Shortcuts don't work, sound sometimes don't work, graphics are bad, the game runs horribly for some reason. I don't know why. I tried to check. Well, I first started on ultra, then I put all the graphics to lowest. I checked if I have something running in the background, and nothing really helped. Again, the very loud sound. It's like nobody played it. That's the problem with this game. Like if someone played it, they would say, "Oh, there's something wrong with it," but apparently there was no beta testing at all. I don't know what's the engine as well, because this is probably the first time I see tower defense running this badly. So I don't know what's the engine, but that's the wrong one. Don't use the engine ever. I played some games on Kongregate that are done for mobile phones, and they look and they run much better. Also tower defense games, and I played them years ago. So this is definitely a step back. Right, another level. So that's a lot actually. 2 levels per game. That's nice. Inferno. Not that it helps, but you can take it. Right. It would help if I could, you know, use it with a button, not with a mouse. Because this way I would have to constantly play in slow motion. That would just inflate the gameplay a lot. Okay, let's keep building. Also, this building is annoying. I don't know why would you rebuild towers all the time. You can just go slow motion and do it between waves. It's not like you don't have money, you do. So it's just annoying mostly. Maybe it's supposed to make it harder, but for you don't have to do it harder by destroying towers. You would have to just balance enemies and towers. That's how they do it in properly done tower defense games. You don't need to have tower destruction. Sometimes you do, but not always. Right. Some damage here. Also, you don't really get reward for beating a level. I mean, you get access to next one, but it's not like you get more experience. At least it doesn't say. So you can just play first level until you're full with talent tree, and then try to play the game with all the stuff. So it's not like there's big incentive to actually beat a level. You mostly want to level up. Just mostly want to get any experience. The rest is not that important. We're gonna go to the end. I'm gonna stop. Probably will lose, I guess. It's probably gonna escalate at the end. Or not. Maybe won't. Not going badly, to be honest. It's the last wave and we still have all the towers. Normally I would be spamming this button all the time. Now it stopped responding. Maybe it crashed, I don't know. Let's give it a while. I think it crashed. No, it works. It was just a big slowdown for some reason. Very big slowdown. I'm not losing frames or anything. It was just a game started and stopped responding completely. Now it works. Yeah, now I should be slowing down, but I'm just too lazy. If I lose, doesn't matter. I got 2 levels, so that's okay. Either we'll get the ridiculous wave or not really. And this works. This works. You have no idea how many are coming. because usually you have some indicators, not here. It's just a wave, you know, deal with it. So elements of tower defense games that usually are done very well are kind of broken. Content-wise, it's okay. I even like the talent tree for sure. And the bestiary is also a nice addition. It's not necessary, but it's nice to have it. And I guess that's it. Yes. So we won, and it gave us nothing. By the way, this asset is taken from this Midas game, this free, how it's called, free clicker game, incremental. I kind of know this asset, so I don't know where they taken the portraits. By the way, I've seen this asset in 3 games so far, so I don't know why they use it, but whatever. Yeah, so you beat a level, you get probably just access to next one. Let's check main menu. It should show me. Yeah, it's next level, right? You could play another map and do basically the same thing, exactly with additional unlocks if you get another level. Right, guys, so that's the game. Let's hold the fort. Very badly done technically, barely working on low FPS. Even with lowest settings, it barely works. It runs horribly in the menu. To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen a tower defense game that lacks in the menu. In the game, it's barely working. The sound sometimes is noisy. You don't have working shortcuts for your special powers. Well, you can build towers. They generally work. I think maybe it was even improved, because before, when you had the mouse like at the edge of the screen, you couldn't build there. Now you can. So you can build and repair towers. You have the towers, you have the enemies, you have the powers from the talent tree. But the way it runs is absolutely killing the game. 20 levels is not very much. I know they are long, but usually you have a campaign and it's usually longer. But because the levels are long, I think that's kinda enough. Towers, there should be more. There should be iterations of each tower, at least 8 towers. Well, there are upgrades, so we might say that upgrade is an iteration. So it's kinda barely enough. 30 enemies is a lot. The whole thing about levels and talent tree is nice. It's sometimes in those games, not always, but it's always a nice addition. Presentation is horrible. It's actually very ugly, and I don't know why. I played much prettier and much faster running games, so there is no real reason to make it look like this and run badly. It's either or. Either you make it ugly but it runs like a charm, or you make it barely work but it's beautiful. Well, in this case, I would have to know what kind of computer I need for this, because I'm definitely not gonna buy a new computer for a tower defense game. It's completely ridiculous. I think it's the wrong engine used, or there is something really, really wrong with programming. At this state, I cannot recommend it. This is 2 out of 10. This is definitely below standard. It's a shame, because I kind of like those games. I rarely buy them, but I play them. There's lots of free ones on Kongregate, for instance. So I played some of those games. Some came to Steam. I tested some, and usually they run really well. They run on some notebook, on a phone. In this case, this is completely unacceptable. The way it's done, I don't know. It's like completely wrong engine for some FPS game, or a shooter game, some Unity asset flip. I don't know what it is, but it's horrible. So yeah, this is a badly done tower defense game, which does have content, sort of. I would say the content would be 5, maybe even 6 out of 10, but because of how it runs, it's 2 out of 10 overall. So you would have to probably completely rework the engine, make it run properly, add normal graphics. Even if those graphics would be from a mobile, it would be still better, and probably work on the content even more to have some leverage, you know, just to, okay, now we have 50 levels, now it all runs awesome and it's pretty. Then yeah, then it would be a nice game, but it's like half baked and already released and barely working. So no, not really. I mean, the concept is good. The concept's okay. 20 levels, varying difficulty, 30 enemies, 8 turrets, well, maybe with upgrades. Talent tree is great. It would be nice to have like 3 different talent trees with 3 different commanders or something like that to make it even better. but I don't think they will work this much on this game. So I guess that's it. I guess it's gonna just be like this and deal with it, right? So that was Hold the Fort. I give it 2 out of 10. Maybe it's gonna be improved, but I would be very careful. You can check this game in some time. You can ask around and see if there is any patching going on, but I'm pretty sure it's not gonna reach even the average level of a tower defense game. So no recommendation. 2 out of 10. That was Hold the Fort, and I'll see you guys in the next review.